Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about what it means to be successful, both professionally and personally. I want to share a secret with you that literally is the single most important piece of advice I have ever been given in my entire life. And had I listened to it earlier on, I probably would have saved myself from a lot of burnout. This coming from someone that's 4 years post-burnout and still recovering. You ready for this? You, my friend, cannot do it all. I know it gets put in our head that, yeah, you put your mind to anything, you can achieve it all. Sure you can. I'm not saying that that's not the case. But you are one person. And when you're building an empire, whether it be personally, professionally, they all come together eventually. And you, as an individual, a unique individual, are incapable of handling it all. We have to learn how to balance between work and life and personal. And we also have to learn how to say no. We have to delegate. So we're going to focus on the professional side of the house today. But let's think about this for a moment. How many years have you heard people use the term, oh, my grind? I got to get my grind on. Oh, my hustle, my side hustle. I'm killing it with my grind. How many times have you heard that and thought, man, I got to step my game up? I don't know. I know I've heard it tons. I'm not even going to lie. I know what it's like to hustle and grind, but I also know what it's like to be on the other side of that, which I got down to a super low weight. I was super unhealthy, and ultimately I wasn't sleeping correctly. I wasn't eating correctly, and it impacted my delivery and my performance at work, which ultimately, like I said, led me to burnout. So here's why the grind logic or methodology that we hear so much about. People give all the accolades and praises to, oh, if you got that grind, you're going to get that money, you're going to make it to the top. No. You might get there, but you probably won't be happy. You probably won't be healthy. And you definitely aren't going to be in a position where that's going to be something that's sustainable for the longevity of your career. Don't get me wrong. There is a time and a place for working hard. 200% agree with it. I used to work hard all the time. I'm talking delivering and executing campaigns in real time, delivering solutions, putting together campaign go-to-market strategies and turned them around within 24 hours. So I understand what it's like to hustle. I understand what it's like to grind. But success does indeed require sacrifice. Nobody said that you're not going to have to work hard, that you sometimes aren't going to have to work early in the morning or late at night on the weekends. All of that comes with what you're responsible for, where you're going, what you're doing. Nobody's saying that that's wrong. But it shouldn't mean driving yourself into the ground. Sacrificing your health or your relationships. That's not how you build long-term success. And that's not how you build a happy and healthy career. I'm walking proof of just that. So what is the problem with the grind, as they say? While hard work is necessary, there's a dangerous flip side to it. It's called burnout. And like I said, had you seen me about 4.5 years ago, you'd be like, wow, that girl, she needs some help or something. All I did was work, but didn't eat well, if I ate at all. I would drink all kinds of energy drinks all day long. I would take my medicine. I would not exercise. I didn't drink enough water. You name it, I was doing it because I was all about work. I had no time, in my mind anyways, for phone calls to family. I followed my dreams. I followed my aspirations, and I definitely think you should do the same. But just keep this in mind. You can't do it all, and you don't want to. All right? Science, statistics. You can't question those things. It is a fact that we, as human beings, perform better when we're hydrated, when we are well rested, when we have a healthy balance to our nutrition and what we're consuming. It all plays a huge factor and key role in how you're going to deliver and execute and be successful. Burnout doesn't happen overnight. For me, I don't even think that I feel like I didn't even fully burn out. I just got tired of the drama. I couldn't keep up anymore. I was doing a lot of cool stuff, super proud of my work, still am. I was on the forefront of technology for the longest time, but it got to the point where I felt like I was the only person. I felt like I couldn't take time off. I felt guilty every time I did take time off, to the point that I started to hate technology, and that was the one thing I've always loved. Again, I'm an early adopter. I still am. But I absolutely loathed anything related to technology. It got in my head. I started listening to all of these things, all this negativity, and it started swarming me, and it literally drove me into the ground, to the point that I was sick. I lost my job. That's cool, especially when you've been there for 20 some odd years. Making poor decisions, I wasn't healthy. And I can guarantee you, if you don't balance your successes and your failures, and you don't take care of yourself, you will fail, you will fall. Hopefully you'll bounce back quicker than I did, but hey, you know what? At least I'm bouncing back. That's what's important, right? All right. Like I said, burnout doesn't happen overnight. It's a progression. And since everyone's different, it can happen at different points in time. You might find yourself just, I don't want to go to work today. I'm going to call in sick. I have to go to this meeting. I'm not going to take this call. Just the negativity. And it just will continue to spiral out of control until you just drop and you're done. Do any of those sound familiar? Because it's not too late to fix it. It's not too late to balance it. So how do you fight burnout? Burnout literally can lead to serious health implications, and it messes with your brain. It messes with your mind. It impacts the way you're able to communicate appropriately and successfully. And that's something that is key to winning at life. You have to be able to be social and talk and engage and exchange. You have to be able to verbalize if you're happy or not, or if you're making sound judgment calls or reasonable decisions. Here's 3 main things that you should keep at the forefront of your mind if you feel like you might be teeter-tottering on burnout. First and foremost, give up the grind. I promise you, it is not worth it. My medical bills will tell you that too. I promise. Still paying for those too. That doesn't mean let your business fall apart. That's not what I'm saying. You can still have that entrepreneurial spirit, but just give up the grind. Have a balance. Learn when to say no. Better time manage. Tackle the challenges and deal with the stress, and deal with the stress in a healthy way. That was another thing I did not do. Number 2, do not isolate yourself. Isolation will literally drive you crazy. Again, not saying I'm crazy, but my mind is all over the place if I'm by myself for too long. So I keep my brain active and I remain social. It also allows me to talk through things with people and they give me their perspective, or it also helps me gain perspective and like, whoa, man, I'm kind of going about this the wrong way. Let me fix that real quick. Or if you've got an accountability partner, they can be like, what are you doing? Stop, breathe, take some time off, come back after you're recharged. Number 3, take time away from work. I cannot stress this enough to you. I worked literally at minimum 6 years without truly taking a single day off. I would take days off, but I would still work because I was on my grind. I felt like I was the only person that can make decisions. These people would only work with me. I was the only one that understood the solution or the end goal or objective. Take time away from work. It's great to recharge. Whatever that mechanism is, Take a night to yourself, take a day to yourself, take a week, whatever it is. Give your body and your brain time to be away from those things that require you to hustle and grind day in and day out. I promise you, you'll thank me later. All right, last but not least, delegation. I mentioned this earlier, but delegation is key. And I know it's hard, I get it. If you're the one with the vision, it's really, really hard to trust that somebody else is going to be able to appropriately articulate your vision. But I can assure you, with the right professionals, with the right questions up front, and the right partnership and collaboration, people can make it happen. That's why they're professionals. And with Copywriter Today, those are the professionals. These are the people that know how to ask the right questions and deliver and execute to your vision to meet your need. That way you don't have to worry about some of this stuff. It takes a huge burden off your shoulders, and I can promise you it will save you time, energy, effort, and you'll have a smile. You'll be 200% more happy. So if you want to know more, hit us up. We'll send you an email, and we can send you a downloadable copy of how you can achieve success, both personally and professionally. Bye.